got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, here's the rookie from Notre Dame. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
Here's a diving catch right side. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. The Chiefs are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they fell in the opener, got back on the beam with a win in Week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Open man right side is Rice. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Mahomes to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And it good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Looking to put a drive together.
Bronco 80. 79 Broncos. 19 Lions.
To throw is Ward. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set them back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. They go play action with Ward. Now he's going to step up and run. And he wisely will throw that one away. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Dragon 60. Mustang 19. Ready,
Ward. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Let's go. Hey,
in motion, the tight end.
Tap the 60. Tap the 60. Check, 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 check. Check, smash. Check, smash. Trap 60. Trap 60. Let's go.
Off the play fake, Ward. And now another one thrown incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
At the 27-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play there for KC. 47 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 27. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 19-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. That's complete left side to Worthy. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On first down, they'll go to the ground the time. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Throwing now is Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a fourth down. Butker's kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Ward off the play fake. He's got him in, complete. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. When you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
That's good for the Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Now a give, running left is Wilson. Down the left sideline. And down to the 7-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 15. And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Tiger, 19 Tiger. Warriors, 17. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Rig alert, 79 Broncos.
Throwing is Ward.
pressure, gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
George Karlaftis in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Washington in motion left. To throw, here's Ward. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they work this out past the 25. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
60 Bobcats! 60 Bobcats!
Here's Ward. Now he's going to step up and run. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Got it. Ready? Hurry, hurry.
That's another Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
70 Lions. Go.
Throwing now, Ward. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Now Ward. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Cowboy 80. 19 tight. 19. Warriors 17. Panther 11. Panther 11. Dragon 60.
To the air again, Ward. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
60 Vikings. Trap 60. Trap 60. Cut 19. Cut 19. 70 Rangers. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Ward to throw for it on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes will do it himself. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And Mahomes will do it himself. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. A good tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the 3rd quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
Tiger, 19, Tiger. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 79 Broncos. Tight, 19 tight. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
I don't think there's any other way to put it, but that was just simply deflating because you know they came out ready to go at halftime, right? Everyone motivating each other, wanting to get out there and get going. And that turnover absolutely saps your momentum. Now you're just shouting encouragement to your defense, hoping they can pick you up and give you another chance.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains.
10 at the 10-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up.
Hey, 57,
They'll run. It's Brashard Smith.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're pretty good running?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Brashard Smith.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Chiefs take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Shifts by him.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
First down. 24-yard gain on the play.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 70 Rangers, 77 Pirates, 18 Rush.
From the shotgun, it's Ward. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7. And now they'll shift things around.
60.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He'll dump this off to Achane.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
19 tight. Check. 70 Lions, 79 Broncos, Buffalo 18.
Throwing again here, Ward. Open man is Waddle, complete.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings us 2nd down at the Chiefs' 23-yard line.
Dragons 18, 5 years. Cup 19.
From the gun, here's Ward.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
Play action now, Ward. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays?
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown.
Ollie Gordon, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Now here's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rice. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Rasheed Rice,
45 yards.
And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Butker now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. For the fourth quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Trap 60, trap 60.
They go play action with Ward.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Check, 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 check. Cowboy 80. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 18, 5 years. Dragon 60.
To throw is Ward. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Cougar 19.
From the gun on third down, Ward. They'll try and do this, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Ward. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
It's a turnover on down.
Wilson with a first down carry. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the 22 now, here's the second down and 9. Now they'll run it on the toss. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Afitu Melifonwu up to make the tackle there. They work now on second and 9. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Kenneth Grant forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. Gonna need better protection here. Third and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it down this time to 17. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. Butker's kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This is first and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Ward. And he's taken down. A cheap sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Back to throw. More. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
And this is 4-down territory here. They know down 2 scores at this late stage, 10-yard passes aren't going to do it. So they took the shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Attacking 18 Cardinals, 60. 65, check match.
Now Ward on fourth down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now they'll hand it off to Wilson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
And he will have a Chiefs first down. And that's the one that should seal the victory.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Mahomes going to throw it here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now Mahomes, maybe a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another second and goal.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. So now things get interesting on third and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's...
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And it's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Chiefs have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him.